Oh, I haven't been given a baby man update in a while. Sorry, I got tongue-tied already. Yeah, instead of pumping, now we're going to do it while I do my cool downs on no carb cardio days. So, yeah, I feel like I'm dying right now. Yeah, heck of a workout tonight. But anyway, so, baby man had a big scare last Sunday. He bumped his head twice. He was in his little seat that he, props up and, it supports his neck in the back, but I always put something to, pat his head. But he bounced forward and hit his head on the front part, and then that scared him, and he bounced back and hit his head on the back part before I had the padding there. Yeah, so that sucked. But anyway, so after a couple hours, I was like, what should I be looking for? I know I'm a nurse, but neurochecks and a baby are completely different. So anyway, so I called his doctor, and the on-call doctor was like, take him to the emergency room. I'm like, dang it, she just doesn't want to lose her license. But, better safe than sorry. So I take him to Children's Hospital, and you guys, the nurse practitioner there, she gives nurse practitioners a bad name. It's people like her. I mean, she was terrible. She was just terrible. She came in with the medical doctor, who, I'll get to that in a second, also sucks. So anyway, they tried to do a neuro exam on Shane to see if he would follow, tracking a light with his eyes. At that time, he was only 10 weeks corrected. Just want to throw that out there. And I kept throwing it out there to them, too. Because Shane doesn't track things with his eyes. He'll look at you. He'll smile at you. He won't track. He'll track sound. Because, that's what he does at his age. So anyway, so they scared the crap out of me and told me that my son was blind, had vision abnormalities, that they didn't think that the hitting his head had anything to do with it. They think this is a long-term issue, and they're concerned, and they didn't want to do a CT scan, which I was totally good with because, I was just there to calm my nerves because we've already hit our deductible, and because the on-call doctor didn't want to lose her license. So anyway, long story short, they wanted an outpatient MRI right away. Told me they called Shane's doctor, the on-call doctor, talked to him again, and they told us to have him there the next morning, so Monday morning. So last Monday, Alex went into work late to take Shane to the doctor, but they're like, you don't have an appointment till 4:30. Either way. Mommy picked him up from daycare, took him to the doctor, and his doctor comes in laughing hysterically. So this is why I love his doctor. She said, I get here this morning to this big long rant from the on-call doctor from the weekend. She said, and I'm like, are you talking about Shane? Because he sees. I see him all the time, and he sees. And then the other doctor that we saw last Wednesday, or the Wednesday before that, rather, for his 4-month vaccines, was like, yeah, I just saw him. He sees just fine. So I'm talking to Shane's doctor, and she's like, honey, he sees me. He saw the other doctor. He's still seen by neonatology, and the ophthalmologist has cleared him. Your son can see. He doesn't need an MRI. She said, I would not even know how to justify that to the insurance company. And she was just laughing so hard. I was like, you don't understand. They scared the crap out of me. They had me thinking my baby was blind. And I'm like, but he looks at light. He looks at me and he smiles. Are you telling me he can't see me? He watches TV. So anyway, she was just laughing. And she showed me the blurb that the nurse practitioner wrote. She said, the ER for Children's Hospital is not supposed to staff nurse practitioners. She said, because they just don't have the training a medical doctor does. I said, oh, honey, the medical doctor came in and agreed. And she was like, she looked at the name, she was like, well, I don't know where they found her, but, she's not doing her job right. So that made me feel better. We came home, everything's been fine. So Shane went to the neonatologist Friday. Alex took him, and then he called me with, the best update ever. Shane is thriving. His doctor and the neonatologist are just thrilled that he is finally thriving. Cutting out breast milk has changed Shane's life for the better. Who knew? Would have done it a long time ago if I'd known that it would have been this big of an improvement. He is gaining steadily. He is back on his growth curve and actually coming up towards the regular growth curve. He is doing freaking awesome, you guys. He is 23 inches long. He's a little over 11 pounds now. He is just doing amazing. He can have 1 tablespoon of rice cereal in his bottles. They said, whatever we're doing, keep doing it because we're doing it right. So the probiotics, he's pooping regularly. You guys, I am not able to cool down. Like my cheeks. Maybe I should start doing my blush like this. It's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of pretty. Anyway, squirrel. So yeah, Shane is doing awesome. We're still like, he went a few days without puking at all, and now we're back to puking all the time. And he's been running a fever. He ran a fever last Sunday and Monday when all that was going on, but it turns out that mommy snuggling him on Sunday, you know, yeah, that caused an issue. And I may have given you guys part of this update, but the rest of it, you know, he went to neonatology. I mean, he's been completely fine. So everything's good. He's amazing, and I just love that kid more than life. I tell you what, you guys, I don't know how I got so lucky, but I don't know. I have an amazing husband. I have the world's most perfect kid. I know, I'm sure mom thinks that, but, you know, biased. But I can't get enough of him. His smile in the morning, like, I'm so tired this morning after just 4 hours of sleep, and Alex worked all night, and it's just me and Shane, and I mean, seriously, guys, I was exhausted. But that kid was smiling at me, and I'm just like, gosh darn it, my whole world is amazing. Like, life is perfect with him. So, I don't know. He's amazing. He keeps me going, and I'm so grateful. I'm just so grateful. I thank God all the time for giving me such a wonderful, wonderful family. And, yeah, I don't know. Truly blessed. But, yeah, Shane is doing awesome, and he'll eventually outgrow the spits, we hope. But until then, I have a pukey kid, so how about some more bibs? That's how I combat that. But yeah, more bibs, more burp cloths, and less volume more frequently. Now with cereal. Just keeping it down a little better with the cereal, so since it's thicker. So we'll see how that continues to go, and I'll keep updating you guys. But Baby Man is doing freaking awesome, and I couldn't ask for more. Bye.